Hey y'all, I'm Aeon.
And I'm the Lioness.
And you're listening to Box number 512 podcast.
Grown Black Trans Woman Talk. Changing your world one conversation at a time.
The show begins now. Hey y'all, I'm Aeon.
And I'm the Lioness. How y'all feeling?
And you're listening to another installment of Box number 512 podcast, Grown Black Trans Women Talk. Let's get into updates. Sis, you go first.
Well, so I will start with my weekend. My weekend started great. I went to Savannah, Tybee Island specifically, and brought the dog, brought Carolina, brought my husband and I went, we brought Carolina, and my sister-in-law came and her puppy. So it was like a family trip. We went to the beach. It was really, really cool. And, it was a nice day. It's not, the beach can be hit or miss because if it's too hot, you be gagged. If it's too cold, or sometimes the beach can be like stormy or weathery because it's right by the ocean or the coast, but we didn't get none of that. It was beautiful Saturday, or was that Saturday? No, that was Friday. And so it was a day trip. So we went early in the morning, we did the beach, we hung out, we ate, all that jazz, and then we drove back. Got back probably left like early in the morning, came back like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning when we got back here. It was a cute day. Then Saturday, it was a rainy, stormy day, and wasn't a cookout day, first of all. But we ended up going to a friend's house and having a cookout with them, and I had a wonderful time. And then I don't know where I contracted it, but I did get I did get food poisoning from somewhere, and it really took me out. Like I was sick from I'm still sick, to be honest. Today I was able to eat a bagel, but before today I've been on grits and liquids because I haven't been, and then on the first day I couldn't even hold down water. Now, bitch, to not be able to hold down water is a scary thing. That really gagged me, and I thought I was going through it, huh? Oh, then there was the heat, and then there was like feeling like the hot flashes, the heaves, and the going. Oh, it was the worst. So that wasn't the greatest. And I hope as I gradually, it's getting better as the days go on, but whew, that was intense. There's just a lot going on in the world right now, a lot going on in life right now. I did have the privilege of watching, I want to say her name is Shaterica, but I'm not sure. It's the young lady that won the 100 meters, the 100-meter dash. I'm actually looking it up now, guys. Stay with me, stay with me, stay with me. What is her name? Um, Her name is Shaterica something, just something. She is this beautiful young woman. She's 21 years old. She's skinny. She's gorgeous. She's not even skinny. She's athletic. That's what I was trying to say. She's muscular. She has an athleticism that is just, you can really see it on her. But she's also very, very a family oriented, and she's a queer woman who won and broke the world record for the 100 women's 100-meter dash. There's been a lot of different opinions online about her and about what she looks like and because she's very much that Black girl that's giving you the hair, the front lace, the orange front lace with the curls pulled up, with the front of it pulled up and the two curls coming down and long hair and the nails and the lashes. She kind of reminds you, like she kind of, to me, feels like she is from the same tribe as the Gorilla Glue lady, like the way they look in the face to me. But I live for her. And as someone that had delusions of grandeur and wanted to be in the Olympics one day, it just was, it was very a FloJo moment for me. It was a Jackie Joyner Kersey moment for me. It was as a Black woman in sports, I've always looked up to these women. And so now being a
Sha'Carri Richardson.
Shatari, that's why I couldn't say it, y'all. It's a SHA apostrophe something going on.
Right.
Shatari Richardson. Yes, shout out to you, Shatari. I'm very proud of you. I'm sorry for your loss. So a couple of days before she won this this record, her biological mother passed. She's very close with her grandmother. As a matter of fact, when she crossed the line, she ran up to hug her grandmother, and I was crying with them. Like, it was a very powerful moment for me. Um, I saw it when it happened. I'm one of those people that follows those kinds of things. And it just was an amazing thing. And I just want to say shout out to all of the Black athletes out there, all of the Black women athletes who really, 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 really are showing out and showing up in the world. I mean, we're dominating in all sports, and I just love to see it. Other than that, I've been good. What about you, girl?
Girl, everything's been going on. So if you're watching this, you can see that my background is a little different and you can hear the noises in the background. I'm currently in Maryland at my supervisor's house sitting, and also dog sitting. So I'm dog sitting two
And
dogs
guinea pig sitting.
and two guinea pigs. So that has been interesting. I thought the dogs would be quiet and be well behaved, but that didn't happen. One of the dogs was chewing on their toy and it makes noise. So and then what the other dog started barking, so I had to dash them downstairs. So we had to fix that because I want to give y'all the best audio quality that we can. Work June work for work. June has been extremely busy for me. We've unexpectedly started work on these string of cases that it's very overwhelming. It's very confusing. It's a new area of law for me, and this month has been a lot. And it's just been taking a lot for me to get through it. I thought I was just gonna breeze through the summer and have my fun, and the cases that I had were under control. But June has been a lot, but I'm pushing through. Last week so for those of you who don't know, I had cancer back in 2018, and I went through chemo. And one of the things that people don't talk about as a cancer survivor after you go through chemo is how chemo really messes up your teeth. And ever since I've stopped chemo in 2018 and I've been in remission, like I've just been on a different kind of journey with my teeth. So while you're going through chemo, you really can't go to the dentist because you can't really do anything that puts you at risk for an infection. So there was a long period of time where I was not able to go to the dentist. And I had a number of cavities that have significantly gotten worse. And when you go through chemo, it just makes your teeth weak. So I've been getting a lot of crown work done, which is not painful, but it's just really expensive. So when I went to the dentist last Friday, originally I was supposed to get 3 crowns done. So usually how they start is they file your real tooth down and place a temporary crown on it and like take molds of your teeth so they can send you the porcelain crown so they can put it on at the later date. So while she was working on my teeth, one of them, the cavity was so deep it almost touched my roof, and a bitch needed a root canal. So in the middle of that, had to get a root canal. So basically, a bitch was trying to save money, trying to be financially responsible. I done maxed out most of my cards, paying for my teeth. But the truth is, I was been supposed to get a root canal like years ago, but because I was poor or I didn't have the money, I would be like, pay it. I'm gonna get a filling, and then I was scared because I didn't know if it was going to be painful or not. But looking back, I should have just got the root canal because I probably could have been in a better situation mouth wise. But you live and you learn. But I had to pay like an additional like $1,000 on top of like the $3,000 I was already paying. And this is with dental insurance. But I hate being back in debt, but I'd rather be in debt for my health because you always want to have good teeth, you always want to have good oral health, but it's just a bitch. And my face, I got my procedure, I got everything done last Friday. I still feel some soreness, and like my face is kind of sore. It's not as sore as it was, but I got a prescription for some prescription for painkillers, so I'm gonna get through it. It's just every time you have a plan financially, life happens and it just redirects you. But I'm just trying to roll with the punches. I will be in New York this weekend for Pride, and I'm getting some things done, so I'm happy about that. I'm also getting my hair done this week, but I wanted to get like a honey blonde color, but a bitch got an interview next week, so I was gonna dye it brown, but I think I'm gonna dye it dark burgundy. I just like a color on me, but when I had dark burgundy before I dyed it, to the color that I had, it's not the color that I had when I dyed it. I had like a rose gold, but it's faded over time. But before that, I had a burgundy, but you could see the color, but it was dark enough that when I get on camera, you really can't, like, you really have to look at it. And for the interview, it's going to be over Zoom. So I just, I want to be professional, but I still want to be a little saucy and, have some color. So shout out to Nick Blends. I can't wait to see him. Also, I have to apologize to the audience. We recorded a whole episode last week, but I don't know why I recorded on my laptop. Usually, since December, I've been recording on my iPad, but for some reason, I ended up recording on my laptop, and I mistakenly recorded and tried to save it on my laptop. But Miss Thing, I really need to buy a new laptop because it keeps on telling me how I don't really have enough space. And no shade, a lot of times I don't even have enough space to edit the episodes, but I end up moving some shit around. But this
I'm just saying this, you might want to invest in an external hard drive, just something you plug into your laptop.
I could, but something in me is just telling me to get a new laptop. And plus I want a bigger laptop anyway. And just buy a whole bunch of storage, just so I have more space. But I do need to get an external hard drive. But yeah, child. So I ended up I had so much. I didn't have enough space. So when I tried to save the Zoom to my computer, it wouldn't save. And then I restarted the computer, and I didn't realize that if Zoom is trying to save something and you restart the computer, it'll delete the file. So I ended up gagging, and then we both were like extremely busy last week, so we couldn't find a different, because usually we'll just record like on a different day, but we didn't have the time to record. And so we pulled some of the bonus episodes and made them regular episodes. So I think the last Hotels was the episode, and then I made the Revelations episode. So I hope you all enjoyed that. But I apologize, but we're going to get it right this week. But we really I'm really gagging that we weren't able to save that conversation, because we really had a fire ass conversation last week. And we're hoping that we can, re-hit some of the points that we hit last week. But it was a gagness thing. But yeah, I'm just trying to get through the week. I'm just in the midst of my chaos. I'm trying to count my blessings. This past weekend was Father's Day weekend, but I think I'm gonna refrain on speaking on my thoughts on Father's Day, because I have a lot to say, and I think we're gonna have special guests next week, and I think that my thoughts and just where I'm at with that part of my life fits very well into the conversation that we'll be having on next week's episode with our special guest. So that's all the updates that I have for this week, girl.
Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna, in the spirit of last week, this episode's design was to be loose and carefree.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Box Number 512 Podcast, Grown Black Trans Women Talk.
And don't forget to become a patron on the Box Number 512 Patreon page, where we have all new exclusive content.
And also, don't forget to follow us on our social media, on our Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook pages. And also, become a subscriber on our YouTube page. Until next time, bye.